A single misplaced tally mark on a paper register in a rural clinic might seem harmless, but as that error travels up the reporting chain, it results in skewed national health statistics and the misdirection of vital funding. To eliminate these systemic blind spots, Nepal's Ministry of Health and Population deployed the HMIS Recording and Reporting Guideline 2082. This manual provides the standardized protocols required to catch errors at the source. This chart illustrates the necessary transformation of raw data. We must compile and analyze individual records into actionable information. Only then does it become the evidence planners use to distribute resources to the people. By mastering the DHIS2 software and these 2082 standards, you are providing the foundational evidence that decides where vaccines, doctors, and budgets are actually needed. Before the fiscal year 2051-52, the healthcare system struggled with 110 separate, overlapping reporting forms. Consolidating them into a unified system reduced clerical burden and lowered the risk of recording errors. As Nepal shifted into a federal structure, the system required an operational upgrade. Local municipalities now require direct access to their own health data to make immediate decisions based on their specific regional needs. This physical 2082 guideline book is the definitive source for current reporting. Verifying the ministry header and the 2082 publication date ensures you are utilizing the exact metrics required by the national server. These revisions ensure that local health branches possess the specific data points needed to justify their budget requests and track their own health outcomes. Every byte of accurate digital data starts exactly here, at the point of care. The accuracy of the entire national database depends on health workers recording patient details correctly. When logging these visits, capturing the exact age, sex, and specific disease codes is mandatory. Identifying the specific type of malaria, for instance, ensures that the specific medications needed for that strain are included in the next shipment. Once the daily register, like the HMIS 5.3 for malaria, is complete, those individual patient rows must be systematically transferred into the HMIS 1.6 tally sheet. This is a critical point of failure. If an incorrect tally mark inaccurately suggests a surplus of supplies, your facility won't receive the restock it actually needs. This leads to medicine shortages and the inability to treat patients when they arrive. Meticulous attention during this physical tallying phase acts as the first and most critical defense against supply chain failures. Before entering data into a computer, you must use the hospital monthly monitoring sheet. Tracking trends in emergency visits and inpatient admissions across the year allows you to identify and investigate data anomalies before they are finalized. The guidelines also require data to be specifically organized by demographic. For cervical cancer screenings, for example, data must be separated into the 30 to 49-year age group to ensure the program is reaching its target population. A common error is failing to separate new patient visits from follow-up visits. Combining these figures results in an inaccurate count of total patients served and obscures the true prevalence of a disease. Using this monthly monitoring sheet, we check rows like the DPT Hep B Hib vaccine to ensure the actual number of doses administered matches the facility's monthly targets. This analog cross-verification prevents the upload of inaccurate information that could mislead national health planners. Now that the data is verified, you can begin the digital phase by logging into DHIS2. For health facilities equipped with their own internet access, the verified tally sheets are entered directly into the online system. The system operates on strict deadlines. For facilities managing their own data, uploads must be finalized by the 7th. If submitting hard copies, they must reach the municipality by the 5th. Local governments then have until the 15th to complete digital entry. Missing these DHIS2 cutouts means your facility's work is not included in the monthly national analysis. This invisibility can result in frozen budgets and ignored requests for resources. Successfully meeting these deadlines is what powers the cycle of better information leading to better decisions for the health of the people. When you submit a verified DHIS2 report, you are providing the factual basis for the National Health Plan. A single accurate data point from a rural clinic contributes to trends on the national map, directing government budget allocations for the next year. To learn more about health system management, subscribe to the Public Health Concern Nepal channel for detailed tutorials. Please leave a comment below letting us know which health program or reporting guideline you would like us to cover next. By maintaining error-free records and meeting reporting deadlines, you help ensure the health of the entire population.